You don't need to be a designer to get paid like one anymore, and I'm going to prove it to you in about 90 seconds. Anthropic updated Claude Design, and there are now 10 things you can sell to a local business with it that all start at $1,500. Number 7 is the one almost nobody notices, and it's the only one on the list that pays you every single month instead of once. Honestly, the reason I care so much about this is that a year and a half ago, I was making $50,000 a year doing marketing for an insulation company, and I would have laughed at you if you'd told me I'd ever charge 4 figures for anything. Within 9 months of going all in on AI, I crossed 6 figures as a consultant, $6,000 projects and $5,000 monthly retainers, and it happened because I stopped waiting until I felt ready. I help business owners, entrepreneurs, and just regular people turn AI into actual revenue. If that sounds like you, come join my school community of over 3,000 members doing this for real. You'll learn how to actually find clients, sell things that they want to buy, and close them. You'll get access to me to get all your questions answered. The link is down below. Before I hand you the list, let me explain what this thing actually does. Because most people are going to see the announcement, think, oh cool, another AI design tool, and then go right back to building workflows that nobody asked for. It's a canvas where you describe what you want in a normal sentence, and Claude builds it in front of you, and then you refine it by talking to it. So you say, make the headline bigger and warm up the colors, and it just happens while you watch. That part was already true before. What changed in this update is the thing that turns this from a party trick into a business. You import a business's design system, which is their colors and their fonts and the pieces their whole brand is built out of, and from that moment on, everything you make for them comes out on brand. And Claude checks its own work against their rules and fixes whatever doesn't match before you ever see it. Let that sit for a second, because it means the first project you sell sets up their brand, and every asset after that takes you 20 minutes instead of an afternoon. That's how one sale turns into a client who pays you every month, and it's exactly why number 7 is on this list. And it's included in your Claude subscription, so none of this costs you anything extra to start. So here are the 10, and before I begin, I want you to actually pick one of these instead of watching this like it's entertainment. Pick one, because by the end of this video, you should know exactly which one you're gonna go sell. Number 1, the landing page built around one action. You describe the business and the single thing you want a visitor to do, and you refine it by talking. Freelancers charge $500 to $3,000 for this, and for a local business running ads, the realistic budget is $1,500 to $3,500. They say yes without flinching because one new customer covers the entire thing, and a roofer's average job is worth more than what you just charged them. Number 2, the full website. Same conversation, more pages. A freelancer building a real business site charges $2,500 and up, and it climbs fast for anything custom, which makes this the biggest single ticket on the list. And you can start from their existing site with the web capture, so you're improving something rather than staring at a blank page. Number 3, the brand identity kit, which is the logo and the colors and the type and the rules for using all of it, delivered as a system instead of a folder of random files. Freelancers charge $1,500 to $6,000 for a complete identity package, and agencies charge several times that. This one matters more than its price tag, because the moment you've built their brand system, you are the obvious person to make everything else they will ever need. It's a door. Now these next 3 show up at the exact moment money is on the table, which is why the business feels the value immediately and stops arguing about your invoice. Number 4, the pitch or sales deck. You hand Claude an outline and it builds a real on-brand deck. Professional deck design starts at $1,500. And freelancers go up to $5,000. And when that deck is being used to raise money or land a contract, the price stops being the conversation. Number 5, packaging and label design. Think of the brewery, the bakery, the candle company in your town. This runs $1,500 to $8,000, and packaging carries the highest price tolerance in the entire design market, because that label is sitting on a physical shelf next to a competitor and the stakes are obvious to the owner. Number 6, the print collateral package, which is the brochure and the sell sheet and the trade show materials, and you sell them together rather than one at a time. Each piece runs $300 to $2,000, so the package clears $1,500 comfortably. Never sell these individually, because that's exactly how people end up doing $400 jobs and calling it a business. Number 7 is the monthly design retainer, and almost everybody overlooks it because they're all chasing the next one-off project. Freelancers charge $700 to $3,500 a month for this. Agencies charge $1,500 to $5,000. And the design subscription companies go up to $2,599. Here's why it's the easiest money on this entire list. You already imported their design system back in Project 1, so producing a month of assets now costs you a fraction of the time it cost the first time, which means the margin on month 2 looks nothing like the margin on month 1. Sell the brand kit first, and the retainer follows it almost on its own. Number 8, the social media graphics retainer at $500 to $3,000 a month depending on volume. Every local business on earth needs posts forever and quietly hates making them. Number 9, the ad creative package. Anyone running paid ads burns through creative constantly, and the real reason their ads stopped working is that they've been showing the same 3 images for 6 months. You produce a fresh set every month, on brand, and this sits in the same retainer range as number 8. Number 10, the email and newsletter template system. A single template runs $300 to $1,500. So you sell the system rather than the template, and then you manage the send for them, which turns it into another line of recurring money. And I know exactly what you're thinking. Lindsay, I'm not a designer, and I'm not about to charge a business $1,500 for something a robot made in 10 minutes. Here's the thing. Nobody has ever paid $2,000 for a landing page because the page took a long time to make, and they paid because that page brings them customers and they couldn't make it themselves. A year and a half ago, I had never even used ChatGPT, and I was checking my bank account before I bought groceries. So I'm saying this with zero judgment because the building was never the hard part. Finding the businesses with the problems was the hard part, and that part hasn't changed at all. Because you could have all 10 of these dialed in, and it won't mean a thing until you get this. Go talk to businesses, find their problems, and solve them. That's the whole game. Because knowing how to have a conversation with a prospect is infinitely more powerful than knowing how to make something look good. Think about 2 contractors quoting the same job at the same price, where the first one sends a number in an email, and the second sends a proper proposal with photos of their work in it. The homeowner reads the second one and hires them without shopping around, and the work was identical, so the only thing that changed was how it showed up. That's what you're actually selling, and that's how you charge $5,000 or $10,000 for a project instead of $400. And if you're sitting there thinking you have no clients and no portfolio, I didn't either. I built one simple AI system for my boss and documented what it did, and that one real result got me my next client, and then the one after that. You don't need 100 clients, you need 1. So here's my challenge. Pick one of the 10, build a sample for a real business in your city without asking them first, then message them and tell them you already made it and you'd love 15 minutes to walk them through it. Let the work do the arguing for you. Because the tools keep getting easier, and the skill that matters is understanding what people actually need. So if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, or just a regular person, and you want to turn AI into actual revenue, come join my school community of over 3,000 members doing this for real. You'll learn how to actually find clients, sell things that they want to buy, and close them. And you'll get access to me to get all your questions answered. The link is down below. And drop a comment with the number you're selling first, and the type of business you're taking it to, because I read every single one and I'll reply to yours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.